Greetings, Earthlings. Today I want to talk about something that I remember when I first started online that I wish somebody had said a few more times. I mean, people were saying it, but I want to talk about getting started. Like, I remember even recently, I still do that sometimes. Even though it kind of can be a distraction if you already have something in motion that's already making you money online. But I want you to get started with whatever it is. I don't care what it is, because obviously there's a ton of opportunities. But get started making money online. It doesn't matter what you start with. People are crazy. Anyway, it doesn't matter what you start with, but get started. I remember reading a lot of books and just thinking before I invested in my first actual product and actually started applying what I learned, and that's when I did it. But I mean, you're probably learning a lot of stuff. I remember I was learning a lot of stuff for free at first, which is fine as long as you get started doing something. I guess you don't have to invest in a product. But I remember the first product I remember buying that I actually put into action was Kindle Money Mastery, and then I went from there. After that, I was spending money like crazy on products, but I think that was the first official product. But before that, I was getting started though, because I had the website and doing all this other stuff. I was in network marketing. I was doing this and that, but yeah, if I had never gotten started, that would have been crazy. I mean, you can learn so much about an opportunity and just never like really get started building it up. So I just wanted to give you that word of advice today, is to get started no matter what it is. Get started on your income stream today. There's no better time than today. I remember I could have been started on Amazon FBA as well. I was already in Kindle, which it kind of was a distraction, but it was a blessing at the same time, because it's another income stream. But if they came out with it, I was like, oh wow, there was a lot of marketers making videos. I was all up in it, trying to see the new trend, what's people doing now with Amazon. And I remember watching a lot of videos on it, and I never got started for like a few months. Then I finally got into it, and it was fun. It's fun starting something new, a new business venture. So basically, stop listening to so many videos and tutorials and not doing anything, because I know I do that too. So make sure you get started today. And once you do, you never know where that might lead you. If you make that decision today, just look where it might lead you later on. You'll still have that income coming in, depending on what the source is, especially with your things like books are great. I love books because they're just amazing. You just have this one thing. Once it's done, it's done, and then people can buy it over and over and over again. With physical products, while it is fun, it's a whole different ball game, because you got to keep inventory and all that. So it's a whole different ball game. But either way, get started no matter what it is. It's still a semi-passive income though. If you're doing fulfillment by Amazon, you're not having to ship anything out directly all the time. The only thing you have to really do is ship to the fulfillment center, and then it's like, okay, Amazon, do all the work, do all the customer service, and fulfill your orders and everything. So you're pretty much good to go. So get started today and stop playing around and procrastinating. I know you've been watching videos on different things you can get started with. Just get started. Pick one, get started, and see where it takes you. So that's just my message for today. How have I been doing? I've been doing quite well, thank you. I feel better now that I'm back out here on the grind and working. I mean, I really took a mental break off. I did a blog post that says why I neglected my online business. Oh, really? Honestly, when I think back to these last 2 years or so, I have been living it up, not really working, because passive income can be dangerous. So just keep that in mind too. But hey, I still don't have to clock in anywhere or anything. So what I'm telling you is get started. I mean, that's a good complaint to have, right? Some people can't even, have a complaint that they're not making anything. And then my complaint is I squandered the time I had, kind of took advantage of it. So it's crazy how you can be on either side of the road. But either way, you have to get started to even have these complaints. I was really into when I first started, I think when you first get started, because it's been years, like 2012, what's that, 5 years? Like, it's been years since I've been in this entrepreneurial mindset, since I was like, oh my goodness. It all started with one, I was like, I wonder how people make money from websites. That was my question. And then that question led to all of this. And it's just crazy. I started getting all these business books. I was devouring those. I remember I was just loving it. I got a whole bunch of business books from the library. I would be reading them like crazy. I was in college at the time. I think I was almost a junior in college. It was my third year, maybe closer to my fourth year, because I remember my senior year in college, I did not want to be there. I was like, man, I don't need this. I don't know if I'll ever use my degree, but I guess you never know. I mean, it's nice to look at, I guess, but I mean, I guess I could say, hey, I have a bachelor's degree. I don't even mention that. A lot of people, I don't even, nobody really knows that, because I don't feel like it's, I don't know. I don't regret my college experience, but I remember that last year, once you get the entrepreneurial bug, that there's a better way. That there's people out here being their own boss and working for themselves. It's wow, I don't even want to. I just know so much more. There's no reason to go this traditional route of going to college and trying to find a job, because I knew that's not what the hell I wanted to do. I was just everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. People tried to sway me differently, but when I still think about it or hear about it, oh, I'm going to school, I'm like, okay. I do think school is good. Of course, these are just my opinions. I do think school is, if you're going to go get a skill, I've been playing around, but I signed up for this real estate course to become a licensed to sell real estate in Pennsylvania, and I think that's worth it. Stuff like that. And I just wanted to see the sales side, because of course I really want to be an investor, but I want to see the sales side, so that's why I kind of went into that course. I actually went at a bad time, because I got so much going on that I haven't really been it's like an online course. I was going to go and actually sit down and go to a class, but no. I got the online course, and there's no time. It's not like your regular online course. It's you take it when you take it at your own leisure. So that's kind of bad. And I do believe in if you're going to go with something that has a skill attached to it, like lawyer, you have to go to school for that. Accounting, business, regular general business or entrepreneurship. I think you should just get started. You're better off investing your money you would use for school into actually starting your business. If you want to go to be a doctor or something you have to have a certification for, I understand. That's a totally good investment. I would get certified in different things, but certain things it's really, no, that's okay. Don't spend all your money going to school. You might as well just get started by yourself. But I guess I don't regret my degree. But I'm just rambling on. But yeah, I think you should have a plan because I went to school for biology and I don't really like biology. It's crazy. I originally wanted to be a dentist, and then I went from being a dentist, I was going to be a biology teacher, and I was like, no. I changed my major so many times, and I finally left with a bachelor's in biology, like just a BA in biology with a study, like and of course, towards my last year, I was like, oh, let me take some business classes with a concentration in business. So that's what I left with. But it's crazy. If you know better, the more you know, it's like, wow, there's really a different way. They say ignorance is an excuse. Like, if you really don't know, ignorance is an excuse. You can use that as an excuse because you literally didn't know. But laziness isn't, and I definitely agree with that. Like, there's a better way, but you're not trying to get out of it. So yeah, that's so true. I love that quote. But okay, I'm rambling on. I was just supposed to come out here for one message, and look at me going crazy. But the takeaway is get started. Get started today. Stop looking at videos and, whatever else you're doing, reading up on it, trying to find as much information. Just get started with step 1. And once you get started, no matter what you're trying to build up, get started and go from there. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I would love your feedback. How do you feel about college, and how do you feel about, why haven't you gotten started? I wonder what finally made me get started officially. I was excited. I wanted to get started. I was like, ooh. So once I looked up what to do to start a website, I just got started. I guess I was just really excited. But I know there's so many people that come to me and they're like, oh, I want to get started. Like, regular people that's in my life, and they're like, oh, I want to do that. I wish I can do that. I'm like, well, you can. I'll give my friends the course for free, and they just don't get started. I guess I don't know. Some people just don't feel like they can do the same things, but if I can do it, I feel like that's crazy, because I feel like, I don't know why you wouldn't think you can do this. I don't know. I don't know why people don't get started. I guess they just mindset. Just like I guess the same reason why I kind of neglected what I had and took for granted what I had or have. I guess it's just something holds us back. It could be the environment. It can be, whatever you put in your mind is crazy. Just try to keep on top of. It's crazy because I'm just thinking back to how I used to be versus how I am now. And I used to be like an information crazy person, obsessed with all the latest business. And then I was just listening to any and everything. But now I just try to find videos relevant to what I'm trying to do before I do it. Or if I want some inspiration, I'll watch something for just motivation or inspiration. Sometimes I just feel like listening. I'm like, look, I need to listen to this because, But yeah, get started today. And I don't want to hear your excuses anymore. Like, seriously, it's crazy. Don't take this for granted. There's people out here that really don't have these same opportunities that you have. If you're watching this video, you got some opportunities because you got the internet. If you got the internet, you could be making money on the internet. So yes, make money online. Get started today. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. And been nice talking to you. I gotta do this more often. I like it. Talk to you soon. Get started. I'm watching you.